Abilene State Park review in Tuscola, Texas with Mike and Lisa.
This is Goad country. Come on in and take a ride. Hey y'all. Not every trip is a vacation, and this was not one for us. Unfortunately, 2020 and the beginning of 2021 held some health scares for my family, and we headed back to Abilene, Texas to be with them. During times of stress, it is important to find moments to decompress, which is what camping is all about. Lisa and I decided to take some time to go do some filming at one of my favorite parks. I spent a lot of time in this state park as a child, and am really looking forward to sharing it with you. If you're looking for a park that will allow you to get a true West Texas experience, this is it. So even though this isn't a Georgia State Park, we are going to use the same yardstick in which to grade it and to compare it with previous parks we have visited.
Our reviews are based on campground location, comfort and facilities, things to do, and atmosphere. And since we're homeschoolers, we love the A through F rating system, and we'll be using it for our campground reviews. After watching this video, you should watch our campground tour video so you can find the perfect campsite for you.
Our first category is campground location. Located approximately 30 minutes off of I-20 on the south side of Abilene, heading down Buffalo Gap Road, it feels pretty remote, but Abilene is only 20 minutes away, so there are shopping options if you need things. Once you make your way through the gates, it's pretty easy to navigate to the 6 different camping areas. You are not going to have trouble towing your big rig around this park. Also, West Texas is pretty flat.
We would grade this a B. Although we have partiality to Abilene, we had to lower the grade because of the distance from major routes, but then it's a pretty cool park. Mike decided to add a plus to that B for the fact that there's a major 5-star steakhouse located almost at the gate, but more on that later. This is a B+ for campground location.
Our second category is comfort and facilities. With 52 RV sites with varying services, including 3 with full hookups, including sewer, you should be able to find the right site for your needs. One unique campground here is the Wagon Wheel Campground. Built in a circle, hence the wagon wheel, the sites had a side-by-side buddy camp setup. The restrooms were located in the center of this wagon wheel, along with picnic tables, fire rings, and an oversized game board where you could rent pieces to play it. The restroom facilities in this area did not include showers, and to call them dated would be kind. This is a budget camping area with the cheapest nightly rates available.
By the way, we don't normally talk about the pricing of the parks because they are normally the same. However, we are making an exception here because, as you can see from this sign, there are a number of pricing options available, from a premium all the way down to the bargain, which is the wagon wheel. The other camping areas like the Pecan Grove and Oak Grove were well spaced, had nice updated restrooms with showers and laundry facilities. They also include picnic tables and fire rings. What's great about these campsites, you are located in a nicely wooded area in amongst the mesquite trees and live oaks.
We found a total of 3 dump stations, 1 near each campground. All the sites were clean, fairly level, and some were located on a concrete slab.
We would grade this a B+ for most of the camping areas because the facilities were not very close to the camping sites. Our third category is things to do. This park offers quite a bit of some unique offerings: camping, hiking, geocaching, birdwatching, which they have a blind on the trail, bike riding, picnics, sand volleyball court, horseshoe pit, basketball goal, soccer field, swimming at the pool, fishing, and boating on the lake, and a kids' play area. This park offers one of the nicest pools in the area, with a unique pool house that was built by the CCC in the early 1930s. It's awesome. Outside the park, you can visit historical places, restaurants, and more.
Babe, I grew up here. I know all the coolest places. Let me tell you about them. At the Dyess Air Force Base and Air Park Museum, you will find many interesting historical aircraft, including an F-105 Thunder Chief that was placed there in honor of Colonel John C. Wright. He was a great pilot and a great man. We really miss him. On the south side of Abilene, you can start your morning or power up your day with a beverage from Big Country Coffee. We picked up a couple of sugar-free iced coffees, and they were just as good, if not better, than what you can get from one of those famous shops with a mermaid on the sign. Tell them that Goad Country sent you. This was not a paid sponsorship.
In Buffalo Gap, you'll find the Buffalo Gap Historic Village, where you can see the 1879 structure that housed both the courthouse and jail for Taylor County. A doctor's office, a barbershop, railroad depot, bank, post office, print shop, private homes, and the Nazarene Church are all highlights of this potpourri of buildings brought together to create this village.
This is a college town with 3 major colleges: Abilene Christian University, Hardin-Simmons University, and McMurray University. ACU is famous not only for their appearance in the 2021 NCAA tournament, but also for the Jacob's Dream sculpture, which is an amazing work of art. Hardin-Simmons University is home to the famous 6 white horses, used to ceremonially carry the 6 flags of Texas. There are a lot more than 6 of them. We always take a big bag of carrots out there when we visit. There's the Frontier Texas Museum that's pretty cool. The Abilene Zoo, where my first job was at the concession booth across from the polar bears. And if you visit in September, you can enjoy the West Texas Fair and Rodeo. And don't forget, in the fall, this is absolutely Friday Night Lights territory. So try catching a game. Watching the crowd is as much fun as watching the game.
If you're interested in fishing, you have the Lake Fork Phantom, Lake Kirby, and Lake Abilene that is located right next to the Abilene State Park. You history buffs might enjoy the Fort Phantom Hill and the Grace Museum, which is more art. The other great thing about Abilene is that it isn't far from amenities, shopping, etc. They have a mall and H-E-B grocery stores and so much more.
Our restaurant recommendations are the Perini Ranch, Joe Allen's Barbecue, and Abuelo's Mexican Restaurant. If you want cheaper fare, there is always Taco Bueno. Incidentally, it's the same place I hung out in high school. It looks the same, guys. Seriously.
Oh my gosh, you said Perini Ranch. That's some fantastic steak we had. It is located on their ranch about less than a half mile from the gates of the Abilene State Park, and it's so worth it. Mike, don't you remember that awesome bread pudding you had? Wasn't it made from Jack Daniels?
It sure was. Man, was that good.
So for things to do, it's a solid A+ in our books, but you can see for yourself.
Our 4th and final category is atmosphere. This is the quintessential West Texas experience. You'll find yourself surrounded by mesquite, pecan, and oak trees, as well as cactus and sagebrush, and the occasional tumbleweed. One word of warning, be careful of walking in the grass barefoot. Texas is known for its grass stickers. They are commonly found in the grass areas and have barbs that will burrow deep into your foot and are difficult to get out. We had to pull a few out of our dog's foot.
My poor Apollo. In the summer, this place is hot. No joke, 100 degrees in the shade, but at least there's a pool. We didn't notice any loud parties when we were there, however, this park is a major gathering place for locals. We were visiting in January during the week. We would give this an A for atmosphere because of the great Texas forest and roominess of the park. So with a B+, B+, A+, and an A, we get a combined total grade of B+, and of course we'll be back. It's near family.
In these videos, we will try to pick the 5 best and the 5 worst sites in our opinion. Best sites are all of the ones in Oak Grove. This is the one with the full hookups on sites 87, 88, and 89. Worst sites? Well, that's the Wagon Wheel because they were so close together, but with the lower price, you might find it attractive. In conclusion, we think Abilene State Park is the jewel of West Texas camping, and we highly recommend it.
So that's our review of Abilene State Park in Texas. We hope you like our video. If you want to see our full tour of the campground, check out our other video.
If you like this video and want to see more, click the like and subscribe button. Don't forget to click the bell to be notified of new videos.
Thanks for watching.